to your mom?
Because she told me I cannot play video games.
I was playing I was on the balcony. I was on the balcony.
I'm not.
I was on my phone 2 times. The first time was I was there at the balcony, and I dropped my phone, but I landed on the trampoline and didn't break somehow. The second time was by the pool, and somebody gonna bump me in the pool, but I threw my phone back and threw my phone back. I don't know, but I just got this super.
What does your glasses look like that you got?
What glasses?
Dude, look at those.
They were like the 3D glasses, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you know what I'm talking about when you go to like a movie and you get those paper 3D glasses?
Yeah, that's
That's the ones I had. The same ones that y'all had. That's what I had.
I'm going to Sheffield next year. I'm going to Sheffield next year.
Why are you going to Sheffield? You moving?
Yep. No. Because these teachers keep on talking about my brother running their mouth, even though they don't mind their business.
Well, let's start what we're doing
They
today.
asked me about I'm gonna tell them this. And that's what my mom told me to tell them. That's why we're moving.
Okay, so before we even start what we're doing today, I'm gonna ask y'all a question. I'm assuming the answer is yes. Have y'all ever done something, maybe gotten in trouble, and had someone else tell what happened?
Yes.
You don't get to like express what
Yeah, I
happened?
got in a
It's
fight.
annoying.
I got in a fight.
They just go and tell the teachers. They gonna be a mile away, and they gonna tell you business when they weren't even in it.
Exactly. So,
I got in a fight,
mhm.
and Mason went over there and started running his mouth.
And you didn't like it?
No, but he was in it.
So if something bad happens, would you rather get to tell what happened to like your teacher, the principal, whoever?
Yeah,
Tell
I
you.
tell them the God
They don't
awful
believe
truth.
you?
Believe you after you like.
I'd tell them the God awful
The
truth.
teachers tell like
That they hit me first.
they're like after they go and run and tell the teachers and stuff, even though it's not their business. After when you go over there, they don't believe you.
Exactly.
Well,
Like Coach Lawler before he left, he said that I threw the ball at him, but he told me to throw it right here at his hand. So I tossed it to him and he said I threw it at his face and he can go tell the principal, and I got suspended for 2 days.
that sucks.
And
I
he
hate
was a
that.
coach. I don't even know why he did that.
I hate that for y'all. Well, that's basically kind of what we're talking about today. We're talking about first-hand and second-hand accounts. So a first-hand account is going to be your primary source. It's like you experience it. So if you did something, you get to tell what happened.
Second hand is some crazy people walking over
Because
there.
when the person that has no business in, they gonna tell the teacher. They gonna leave out the fact. They gonna leave out some facts. And that's when you gonna tell them. They gonna say you lying because they said this, but it was never even in there.
Yeah.
So you gonna get in trouble more.
I moved my arm and stuff, but like, I think I fractured it this weekend.
So I got in trouble. The teacher told
You'll feel better.
It's been hurt.
today I got in
Because
trouble.
I fell on a scooter that had 3 wheels on it, and like it can drift and stuff, and I hit a stick and my arm hurt.
That.
I got in trouble today. The teacher gave me a mark, and I had to get silent lunch because she said I was talking back, but all I was doing is sitting there trying to look for the answer in the newspaper. And she said, do your work, and I said, I am. And she said, let's talk about it. You get a mark. And
I hate
I tried
that.
to tell my teacher, but she said, I believe in the city.
I hate that for y'all. So, second-hand accounts are when someone else maybe sees what happens or hears about what happens, like gossiping. Like if somebody hears about you getting into a fight, and then they start whispering and talking to other people, and then those people tell other people, until soon everyone knows, but no one knows the right story. Yeah, it's pretty.
That'll be happening every time outside. Every single time outside.
So, we're doing first and second hand. What did we do last week? Do y'all remember?
Comparing to
Yeah.
Compare and contrast. Okay. So what is comparing?
comparing.
That you compare something.
You try and see what they have in common.
Yeah. What about contrasting?
You see how they
Yes. Very, very good. So, we're gonna do some more reading. I know y'all hate it. I know y'all do. Well, since you're super fast, I want you to read aloud.
Yeah.
You're so fast. I want you to read aloud and show all of us how fast you are. Because I'm always reading aloud. I think it's time that someone else gets to.
Yeah.
You're my fastest.
I can only do it in my head. Because I don't know, I can just concentrate on it.
I have to take speech class.
I can't read it.
Well, we have two things to read, so you get to read one, and I'll let one of y'all read the other. You can read the other, Landon.
I'm reading last.
I have to take speech.
So which one?
I'm reading last.
Which ones do y'all want to read?
Which one do we have?
The smallest one.
Here, why don't we do this? How about this? This one has a bunch of different little things, so we can all read a little one.
I wanted to read
I'll read this
Well, yeah, the whole thing. Okay, I'll let you read this one by yourself, and then this one. Well, this one we're gonna read. Each of y'all are gonna read a different one of these. Okay?
Okay. I can read fast in my head.
Yeah, you can read the big one right there. Let's read this one first. So I want y'all to all follow along. So do not zoom through this.
I can only do it in my head.
So follow along. Let me find mine. Okay. Whenever you are ready, Landon, you may start.
Long ago, France owned land in the middle of the United States. Then, in 1803, President Jefferson bought the land from France. This bill was called the Louisiana Purchase. After the deal, President Jefferson wanted to know what the land was like. He also wanted to know if land river flowed from the Atlantic Ocean to the Pacific Ocean. To find out, he sent a team of explorers into the new land. President Jefferson chose
Meriwether.
Lewis and William Clark to lead the team. 33 people joined them and on their journey. Lewis and Clark's trip was called the Tour of Discovery. President Jefferson asked the explorers to write down everything they saw on the journey. He wanted to know about the mountains, rivers, and lakes found in the west. The president also wanted to know about the plants, animals, and birds as well. The team began in May of 1804. In Cambodia, they walked or went by They faced many hard times on their trip. The team dealt with raging rivers, hunger, and cold weather. The team got the Pacific Ocean on November 7, 1805. The team did what the president asked them to do. They found a way to cross the country. After getting to the Pacific Ocean, the group chose to stay. They camped for the winter of 1805 to 1806. They built log cabins and called their winter home In March of 1806, the team began their return
Keep going.
Again, they went by north and walking. The team got back to St. Louis on September 23rd, 1806. On the trip, the team wrote about more than 200 plants and 107 animals. A few of the animals included the grizzly bear and the prairie dog. Lewis and Clark made more than 140 maps that showed many new rivers, lakes, and
Birds. Good job, good job. So, can anyone tell me what we just read?
We learned about how the President Jefferson bought land and wanted to see if the Pacific Ocean will lead to the Atlantic Ocean.
What else?
And that's pretty much all.
they went in the woods and made a log cabin and tried to find a lot of different species of animals.
And plants, yes.
They wanted to explore his land that he bought.
So is this,
A year in the woods.
yeah. Is this going to be an informational text? Or is it going to be like a first-hand account? What do we think?
Information. It gives us information about how
Why do you think it's a first-hand account?
just some the person that said it was the person that experienced.
Do we know that?
It's second
Words and then
It's second-hand? You think it's, you said informational. Why do you think it's informational?
there's keywords and
Okay. Well, let's read our second one, and we'll see.
Can I do this?
For this one, since there's a bunch of different ones, I want all y'all to read a little bit. Okay.
Are we doing a paragraph each?
Yeah, so you see how they have like dates?
Yeah.
So we'll start with you, and you'll read this one, and then you'll read the next one. You'll read the third. And then Annie's gonna read the last, the fourth one, the long one, and I'll read the very last one.
Okay.
Let me.
Ready?
Yes. Okay, start. I will find my paper.
May 14th, 1804. It was a cloudy morning. We were ready for the start. We woke up and found that our food was all wet. Many people came to see us and say goodbye. We rode the river for 6 miles. Next we camped. It rained. You land there, the river is pleasant and it has people living nearby. One side of the river you can see tall mountains with trees. The other side of the river is full of hills and some trees. It looks like you could put some farms in the area. The bottom of the river is mostly fine sand. The sand could be used in the farms.
Good.
One of the Indian. Wait, is that it? Women in our group had a baby this evening. The birth took a long time and it was painful. A member of our group gave the mother a small puff of the rattle from a rattlesnake. This was meant to make the birth faster. 10 minutes after eating the rattlesnake, the baby was born. Maybe it worked.
Very
The
good.
rattlesnake, but that's
November 7th, 1805. The cloudy, foggy morning, some rain started early. The fog was so thick that we could not see across the river. 2 boats of Indians came and got us. They took us back to their village. They gave us some fish to cook. We traded some fish hooks for their warm otter skins. They really liked our fish hooks. The people called themselves or CF. Their houses were built differently.
They are built off the ground with a tall roof. There is a door on one side of the ocean and a fireplace on the other side. There are 4 beds built 4 feet off the floor. Under the beds, there's 4 dried fish and eggs. They hang meat over a fire. We were very happy in the camp. We could see the ocean in the fog clear this morning. It is the Great Pacific Ocean. We have been waiting so long to see it. We are very excited. You can hear the roaring noise made by the waves. I think the waves are landing on the seashore.
Very good.
September 23rd, 1806. It was a wet and ugly morning. We set out after breakfast. After not long, we got back to where we all started. In 1804, people met us at the shore. They shouted 3 cheers. We unloaded the boats and carried the bags to a storehouse in town. We were also happy that we completed the expedition. We all wanted to see our families. It has been so long since we have seen them.
Very good. Give yourselves a round of applause. You all did great reading.
Who read the fastest?
I don't know who read the fastest, but y'all all read really well. So, do we think this one, so we have 2 articles. Which one do we think is our first-hand account the person experienced the expedition?
No,
The second one?
no, the first one. The first one. This one, so like this one, so you can know that it was. You can know that it was them who told the story because there's the words "we" and an hour. So I can tell it's somebody from that.
So this one is our, which one? Is this one first-hand or second-hand?
Secondary.
Is it secondary?
This one's secondary. This one's yeah.
We all think that?
Yeah.
So, we can review. Let's talk about first-hand and second-hand. So, our first-hand ones are going to be you were there. So those are things that are going to say I, we, our. Whereas our second hand is going to be saying like he, they, she. So I have a little example of one right here. I'll pull out. Like, Mandy fell down and scraped her knee. She told her mom that it was Morgan's fault. She said, Morgan pushed me because I didn't want to share. That would be a first-hand account. Marley was pushed down.
Well, it says you. That means it's second.
Which one? Where does it say it?
This one. Right there. Right there.
Mhm.
You. That
Okay.
means it's second. Because it's talking about somebody else.
Where do you see you at?
It says
Where do you see you?
it says a lot of the
Okay.
and they.
But if we look right here, what's one of the things that are considered first-hand accounts? We have diary and journal entries, autobiographies,
That was trying to say this
speeches, and these are Lewis and Clark's journal entries.
Photos and videos. Photos.
Well, it's not a photo.
First hand.
This one is going to be our secondary because this is somebody who has studied
Yeah.
Lewis and Clark, and they've written a little informational text. Whereas this one is going to be our primary firsthand because this is like, I don't know which one it is, but it's Lewis and Clark's. It's their like journal entries from when they were exploring.
So they are still alive since they.
No. They're not alive.
that
These
was
were
18.
published, and then somebody took them and put them on this piece of
I
paper.
knew it.
That was alive. They were still
Because it
alive.
said a secondary sources.
That was like 100 years ago.
So it was it would be
It's like it's based on research or
200
told by
years?
someone. It's based on research. Because this is research from back then.
You can always ask yourself, was the person telling the story actually there?
Yeah, you can actually tell.
If they were there, then it was a first hand. If they weren't there, it was second hand. So, before we get into the next part, because I know we're doing a lot, we can talk about something else, whatever y'all want, for like 2 minutes.
You got candy?
I do have candy. Do y'all want a piece of candy? Do we want a candy break?
We hurry up so we can wait.
Well, I don't know if we're gonna have time for a full Uno session today,
But probably
but we can have a little 1 minute candy break. I have the same candy as last time.
Kit Kat.
You want a Kit Kat? I have sour straws.
What's that?
They're these little things.
What else?
And I have Warhead popping like Pop Rocks. And I have some Jolly Ranchers.
Oh, I'll take it.
Kit Kat.
Kit Kat. But can we get,
I want a sour stick.
can we get like a 2 sour sticks?
You can have another piece at the very end.
I'll have a Kit Kat. Can we eat it?
Pop Rock. I want Pop Rock.
I want a different color. I want a different color.
How come you?
You want green?
I want a different color.
Okay. We can eat our candy, have a 1 little minute powwow before we start the next part, because while y'all are eating your candy, I'll talk about what we're gonna do next, okay? So, we may not have time to do everything I have planned today, because I do have a lot. I'm over ambitious, because I know y'all are super smart. So I'm very.
not.
Yes, you are.
You don't know what kind of days I'm making.
Well, I know when you come here at least, you prove to yourself to be very smart with me. You answer my questions, you participate. That's all I can ask for.
I hate reading, but I can read.
Well, maybe you'll learn to like reading eventually. I used to not like reading when I was y'all's age.
I do. I like reading.
Okay. Some people like it now, some people learn to like it. So, our next step, what we're going to start, is we're going to compare. So we're doing compare and contrast. Y'all have worked with Venn diagrams.
Can I say something really cool?
Yes.
But not really cool when it happens.
Okay.
We're not gonna have any. One day in 2025, we're not gonna have any power.
Don't have any power.
Yeah, no power.
How do you know that?
Because listen, the sun has been given these long heat waves. No, you know when some erodes, it like some heat erodes. You know how volcanoes erupt? Like some eruptions have been going on in the sun, and scientists have proved that we might not have any power. That's how strong these eruptions are in 2025.
I already have a picture.
Perfect. Okay.
So I can guess what time it is.
What time do you think it is?
3:15.
No, it's 6:55. So we may not get to the next part, but if we can't get to the next part, we have to finish our Venn diagram, okay? If we finish that and we have enough time, we'll move on, but if not, we can play Uno. The last little 5 minutes. So, I want y'all, we're gonna start with the first little Venn diagram. Y'all can write passage 1, passage 2. You can write whatever y'all want for the title. I just did passage 1 and 2. And I want us to think, let's all brainstorm.
1 and 2. I can just do 1 and 2.
Yeah, you can write 1, 2. Y'all wanna do that? And this is gonna be 1. This is gonna be 2. So we're gonna start with this one. The one with the map on it.
Okay. So we're gonna see how different it is from this one first, and then
Yes, so we read our journal entries and we've read our like informational text.
Okay, it's short.
Short.
You could put that. I want us to think more like in depth about like what it's the difference and what they're talking about.
Oh, it's they were not in the story when they wrote it.
Yeah, you could write that.
Wait, so the first one was in the story?
The first one we don't really like. Lewis and Clark aren't really like telling you what's happening. So I want y'all to think about what happens in the first text that doesn't happen in the second text and write that down, and then we'll come back and share all of our ideas.
Gives us a reason why they went there.
Wait.
I like that.
I'm leaving.
You're leaving?
And we put water on there. I'm gonna cry.
Yes, what would you like?
I love Kit Kats.
I know, I bought a big bag just for y'all because y'all all said y'all like those. Here you go. You're welcome. Thank you for your work. Okay.
Wait, what did I do?
So I want you to think about what happens in this story that didn't happen in this one, okay? And so you can use the text and write.
So basically, what I'm going to say is it gives us background information.
Yeah, that one, I will say, the first one gave you more background information. And we're just we're working on this one first. And what was different than our second one. And write, you know, a couple bullet points.
Paragraph 1 says, I spend a lot of Sunday watching. I invite Evan to come up with them and he thinks they're cool.
There's more characters in this one.
Mm-hmm. With that.
Underwater battle station, using action figures and all kinds of vehicles and weapons with different action figure sets.
Matter of fact, there's not that many characters. If I count, we got.
You move on to the next
Yeah,
one?
President
You want to move on to the next one? Okay. So now write about what happens in passage 2 that's different from passage 1.
So when I mean like it has more characters in this one, I mean like not the 33 men, but the people the actual people we know.
Yeah, like-
Jefferson, and Lewis and Clark.
Okay, write that down.
Well, let me see this one real quick. So we got Lewis and Clark in this. We have really people we don't know is the Indian woman because they didn't talk about Lewis and Clark that much in this one. And that's two people. This one has 3 people. That's all.
And he's pretending that he is defending that's going
So in this one,
that's going
it's talking, it's like, yeah. So you're on
They
this
were
one?
defended by me.
So what happened in this passage? Can you read it?
Is pretending to be someone who's French. The bad guys are trying to invade the ecosystem so they can mine
This
all
one
the
has
rich
59.
diamonds, which is worth thousands of dollars
Yes.
per head.
This one has pictures. This one has pictures.
But that has pictures.
Once, when Evan was playing the
I
Dragon
definitely do not look
he
at
had
that
one of the
clock
action figures that sat on the
I thought you were looking at my watch.
I told him that really bothers the fish, and he didn't do any of it. Good night, guys, I whispered Sunday night. Thanks for being here. I turn out their life. I no longer feel silly talking to them. I bet toys will still talk to fish too. Back at school on Monday, before class begins, Sam asked me about my weekend. He's not really a friend of mine, but he's not a bad kid. So I tell him about the new aquarium. That sounds cool.
Ready to move on to the next part?
Yeah, it is.
So now we're going to do the same thing that we did, but we're going to write about what this article has, what those journal entries have that the first one did not.
Okay, so this one 360.
360 is not a time.
Oh,
Oh, she beat you to it.
I gotta change my position.
It's okay. Listen. It's okay. It's okay.
So really,
I never thought about that saying over before.
short
Is that what he was getting at? It might be
and
okay, but what would we do?
Let's keep writing some stuff.
I worry about things like that. It's one thing to have Evan come over, but what if some new kid came over?
not
Wouldn't you
much.
just hang outside the old town?
No background
I know
information.
kids will do that for hours. I'm bored after 15 minutes. With Evan, I know that's okay. With someone new, what if it's not? What is he worried about?
Less characters. In auditory.
You done? Okay. Now what do the two have in common?
He's nervous that people understand that someone over,
Okay.
it wouldn't be
Who are the people?
for them or for him.
The characters.
What are their names?
By now, Sam is organizing his
It is written at the top of one of those pieces of paper.
math classes. I don't have to think about this right now.
Okay, they talking about a similar story.
Usually walked right
Yeah, you can put that in the middle for their similarities.
I'm surprised she walked right over and stands in front of me.
I'm
Yes, did I bring out paints for you on Saturday? She asked. Her question stumps me for a second. I mean, I don't know whether she saw me or not. On the other hand, I was there if she thinks. I was there.
They both have the same goals.
Probably did.
Put that.
Probably did, I say. I was there with my dad buying stuff to
You
set
want
up the
one?
aquarium. And I tell her about my new hobby. What's a hobby?
This one is what? Or these? It's like, it's his journal entries versus being like an article.
They actually happened.
Yeah. Done. Can I see them?
Amazing.
They are friends.
What size paint did you get? She asked. Glass or acrylic? Real or fake plants? Salt or fresh water? When she sees how shocked I am at her questions, she adds, oh, my father keeps a huge aquarium in our living room. It's awesome.
Pretty good, pretty good. Can we think of anything?
What else is there? How big is
Yes, this one's an article.
Okay.
I want you to think of something like a fact mentioned in each of the text. Because you have a lot of like surface level.
that much? Show it off.
I'm gonna read yours.
We woke up and found out all our food wet.
There you go.
Are you sure they both talked about that?
How do you think
Pretty good, pretty good. As I told him. What's something that this one mentions that's like they experienced? And then like what's something in here that they tell you?
Is both different.
So these ones are journal entries. Because you're done? What was your fact for each?
We woke up and found the food wet.
Okay.
Both of them had food in there and it was raining.
Yeah.
But what's this doing what?
They're journal excerpts.
So, what happened at the beginning of that story that anyone tell me?
Let me see. I got it. Okay. Now's the hard part. But I know y'all can do it. If I can find the paper. Here's the paper. You're gonna take what you've written right there.
We can say.
Okay.
Wait, I'm not doing that.
This one- oh, yeah, you can finish working that. You're gonna take what you've written, and I want you to write it into like a paragraph. Since you're ahead of the game, you get to write this. I marked out what the actual thing was because we're not doing that.
What were they playing? Or what were they playing? Figures. Y'all play action figures? So you've seen this? You can visualize that? Awesome. What happens in the middle of the story?
Okay. What are we supposed to do?
You ready to work on this one? Okay. So you're gonna take what you put in your Venn diagram about what they're different, like what makes them different, and then what makes them similar. And I want you to put it into like paragraph form.
Right, Dave?
Oh no.
Listen, I know I'm pushing y'all today, but I know y'all can do it. I want to see what y'all know,
A new
and y'all all are able to tell me what's going on. So I just want you to take what you're able to say and put it into like written word.
So I gotta put all this in the
You
paragraph?
don't have to put all of it, but I want you to put what you have. Like you can use your Venn diagram to help you write the paragraph, if that makes sense.
Okay, that's all I want.
That's all you want to write? Okay. So as I was telling them, I want you to try to write a paragraph using what makes them different and then what makes them similar.
Could I go over one paragraph?
If you need to, yeah. And it doesn't have to be like super, super long, but I want you to put at least a couple facts for each. Okay?
I had to color it yellow.
No, we're not doing this part. I just wanted the like writing template at the bottom. Okay. And I'll let y'all work on it for like a couple minutes. So if y'all don't finish it, it's okay. Because
Have a clipboard tonight?
and I'll let y'all work on this for a few minutes, and then we'll play some Uno and have a little fun, decompress from everything.
We're gonna work together. We're gonna work in one group. So that y'all each have to do one. We're gonna talk it out, and only one of y'all
I
has
think
to
a
write.
little mermaid.
Hmm?
I think a little mermaid.
You are.
Riley, do this
I'm
one.
sequel.
Very fun.
So,
So, the information you have here, I want you to try and write a paragraph that is talking about what their differences are and then how they're similar. But, you actually, you've done this part. Okay, well, let's work on this together. Work on it together. So, this one,
They all have pens.
yeah. Let's think about it. So, what are these two articles about?
these two
Or who are they about?
events. We have 3 different events.
Yeah, well, these are both about the same person, same people. They're both about Lewis and Clark. So that could be something that they have in common.
This is what we did with our characters.
You could write that they're both about Lewis and Clark.
Notice, we picked Grandpa and we picked Evan. We picked that. Grandpa was very old, so that was one difference between him and Evan. Grandpa was also really protective of his
You done?
Evan is very, very old. But they're
I wrote every single thing I got.
they're both
Perfect. I love it. I'll let y'all work on. Well, I'll let you work on that for like a minute or two, and I'm gonna help Annie with this, and then we'll play a game.
I'm done.
The last couple minutes.
Water.
You're done?
Yeah.
Okay.
Water.
I saw that. Okay. Can y'all collect? All of y'all's papers. These right there. Will you hand me your papers?
Alright. What is one
Oh, these?
So what did
All of them.
they both have?
They're both about Lewis and Clark.
what's different about the events?
Both are about.
Will you hand me Landon? Thank you. Awesome.
If I ever went to college and there was this hard lesson that I had to do, I'll just leave right there and then come back next morning.
Okay, college isn't too bad.
You in college?
Yes.
You telling me
And then we'll, that's okay. That's okay.
do you wish to be back in 5th grade?